It's Viking Football with Bruce Barnum once again this week as we prepare for yet another big game at Providence Park. The Portland State Vikings coming off a narrow loss at Northern Colorado, 35-32. A few words on that first, Coach. The thing I noticed, obviously the team unhappy about losing the game, but I think what I noticed on the airplane home, here in practice today, more unhappy with the way they played than the fact that they actually lost the game. Would that be a good evaluation?
Mike, I think they're disappointed, obviously, in the loss. But when you're in position to make plays and you don't, that's frustrating for a student athlete. But Northern Colorado did a nice job. They're a different team with that tailback. He'd been out a while, and he makes them special. So good for them, good win for them. We can't start like that. It's a coaching thing. It's a head coaching thing, so I'm learning as we go. But that'll be fixed. We won't make the same mistakes twice. Moving on, 7-2. People told me when I got the job I wouldn't win 2 games. So let's look at that glass half full.
That's a good way to look at it. Now, when you get off to a slow start like that, down 14-0 early, first time Portland State's been down by 2 touchdowns all season, does that kind of change your game plan and the things that you want to do out there? Were you kind of going on the fly at that point, or were you still able to stay in the plan that you had? Because, of course, the Vikings did get back in the game and actually have a chance to win at the end.
Chess match, just a different chess game, Mike. We got down. I wanted to score enough points in the first half, not to go ahead, but to be close. And then I wanted to afford. So that went well, even though the bad start. Third quarter, not how I planned. 2 turnovers. We don't turn the football over, and 1 self-inflicted. Because of effort. So what do you say to that one? Nice job, but hey, they scored 6. But opportunistic. They took advantage of it. That got some points out of it. But I liked they never quit. Our team never quit. They did come back and reclaim the lead. Had a chance there with 53 seconds and didn't come out with a W.
Okay, now we move ahead to the next biggest game of the year. We've had a lot of biggest games of the year already. Portland State takes on Southern Utah, another top 20 matchup, third straight top 20 matchup at Providence Park for the Vikings. Portland State taking on the first place team, Southern Utah, 7-2, 6-0, best defense in the Big Sky. So a lot of preparation this week for that defense. They
are, and Ed Lamb, their head coach, Mike, a couple years ago, he did the best job against us. Southern Utah did. Against our offense when we were really rolling. He's the one guy who had us figured out. They do a nice job defensively. And they have the guys to do it. They have some great football players on that side of the ball, but I like where we're at, even after a loss. I like how we responded last time. We've only lost 2 games. I like how we responded last game, last loss. So we'll be ready for Southern Utah. But I know what Ed Lamb puts together down there, and he's got some great student athletes. They've done a nice job recruiting, and they're 7-0. They're riding an emotional hurricane right now. So they're at our place. We'll be ready and ready to go.
Okay, Southern Utah has won 7 straight games. And the thing that you really notice when you look at the stats, something Portland State's been pretty good at this year, Southern Utah is the best in the nation, turnover margin. They've only given it up, I believe, 5 times all year. They've created 25 turnovers, so that has to be a key to Saturday's game.
It is, and they're leading the world. I didn't know that until I read your stuff, Mike. I do read your stuff, but
you're the one. Okay.
But that's Ed Lamb. I think he preaches the right stuff. He's done a nice job down there. And turnovers have been key for our season right now. That's the first time we've lost it. We tied it once against Montana State, I think, the turnover battle. So that'll be a critical part of this game, and coming out and being ready to go from the first snap against this crew.
Okay, the forecast says the rain is coming again this Saturday. Is that a good thing for the Vikings? It certainly worked against Montana playing in the rain.
No, just let them know. We'll take any advantage we can as we try to silence the lamb, but let them know it's raining. That doesn't affect our guys, honestly. We give them some, the night before, some biscuits and gravy and a rack of ribs, and they usually show up at home ready to go.
All right. Portland State taking on Southern Utah at 2 p.m. this Saturday at Providence Park. The latest, biggest game of the year. Be there. Watch your Vikings. All the information at GoVikes.com.